we fight? What would it take for us to unite? Look how we children them going astray, and we hold on to faith each day. So hear my message, I'm playing dumb. Many go pay in time to come. So all the innocent lives they taking, the mind and the souls they corrupting. Everything has a price to pay. On a great, great judgment day, sweetie and tea, land of the milk and honey, sweet family, the way that it used to be, like long ago. What was mine was yours too. Peace and harmony, my red, white, and black country.
Bring it back.
Take God and lift up this island. I place my situation in your hand. You can create and you can destroy. He's turn our sorrows into joy. Forgive us, Father, we have sinned. Turn back the sword, oh Lord, I'm pleading. Change the hearts of the wicked ones. Guide and protect all your daughters and sons. Through this perilous times, I know with you on board, blessings will flow. TNT will again arise through the sweet, sweet paradise. Bring it straight to the day. Land of the milk and honey, sweet family, the way that it used to be, Lord. Like long ago, what was mine was yours too. Peace and harmony, my red, white, and black country. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. Bring it back, I say. When it take a village to grow a child, and all we do was smile. Bring the country back, I say. When we eat from the same pot, we drink from the same cup. My red, white, and black country. When we look out for each other, we were all brothers keepers. My red, white, and black country, sweet family. My red, white, and black country.
Ring every note out of this song, boy. Ring every note. Leave none in the pot. Leave nothing behind. What beat that song? What did judges hear that beat that song, boy? What beat that song? Why that not the biggest song? Why the state not spending money? Why they not fetting Banjala? Why they didn't buy the song from him? Why every TV station and radio station not playing it every half hour? Why this is not the mission for everybody in power to bring it back? Red, white, and black country. Why? What the judges heard? What did they hear? Satan running Trinidad and Tobago. I telling you, God ain't not Trini anymore. God and all pack up and leave. Satan, Lucifer, Mephistopheles is running Trinidad and Tobago. Because if a song that powerful, that nation building, that reach down inside your throat and hold your heart, a song like that, by the second time you hear it, you can't help but get goosebumps. If that song didn't ring Calypso Monarch, but the Calypso thing is a joke. Look, it's Thursday night now. It used to be the Rain and the Merry Monarch on Carnival Sunday. Look, we pelt it on a Thursday. How much people in it? Go and watch right now. Turn on TTT and watch 7 people in the grandstand. Nobody care about that. Nobody care about Tuko and their bullshit. Nobody care about the nonsense. Carnival is eater food. Carnival is a joke. Carnival is a waste. I sit down there watching the extempo, and I remember I used to enjoy extempo. I used to like to sing my own extempo when they sing in extempo. Now, waste of freaking time. Gypsy, Black Sage, Brian London, them fellas tired. Myron B, tired. Tired. Not a verse, not a chorus, nothing to say, hey, like chili culture, nothing. To bring back the same tired limbo dancers, to bring back the same tired midnight robber, they have nothing in the culture for nobody, nowhere, no how. Talk plain, talk true face facts. It mash up, it spoiled, you know, rotten to the core, it gone through. It gone through today, traffic from Movie Town to go to a fete in Shagaramas, inconvenience, everybody in every community coming down the line, everybody take jamming, except Bayshore. Bayshore got, by order of the Commissioner of Police, no Aryans not allowed. That's wrong. It's wrong on a lot of levels. And I talked to Gary 3 times today because I called Gary and said, Gary, traffic. And he said, yeah, fellas playing the ass are going on personally. And I like Gary for that. Gary jumped in wherever his vehicle and went down and solved and get involved in the traffic to help fix it. And I like him for that. But I don't like that it's so easy for the 1% to manipulate his office. I don't like it. And people tell me when you get there, you will see Philip. It is so easy. I want to tell all you something about me. I tell you something about me. The me that you know and the me, ask anybody. You either love me or hate me, you know. Because I don't change for nobody. Somebody tell me and I say it in a meeting to their partner, if they put you in the parliament, if they give you parliamentary privilege, the day you touch down, the whole place shell down. And that ain't no lie. That ain't no lie, because the moment the people's champion, because that's what I've become. That's what we are. We are the voice of the people. Not the 1%, not the well-heeled and the well-taken care of. Everybody else. Those who frustrated with Trinidad and Tobago, who getting by, who spending time, who looking for a way out. Them people on the most blessed island on the planet, Trinidadians trying to escape. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring back my red, white, and black country. Bring it back. It's time to run them contract mafia. Listen to man like cockroach. I see people talking like me, writing like me, posting like me now. That is what we wanted. Wake them up. And I want the contract mafia to hear me. Hear me well. Light candle, burn incense, dance in a freaking circle, shake chicken foot, hope and pray. Hope and pray. Hope and pray. Listen, you could run away, leave the people money right here. Because if you take the people money that you thief with you, I don't care who you say, hey, look, the Prime Minister signed it. Miss me with that bullshit. If the contract corrupt, it rotten from the conception. We want the money back. I want the talk, and I want the court, and I want all the drama. We want the money back. Put the people money back in the treasury. You was a cloth seller, or a burger flipper, or a doubles wrapper, or I know people who didn't have one backhoe and become billionaires under Kamala and under Manning. Ish Galbaran Singh, Arvind Kalu, these fellas living their best life because of political association. John Rahal, Arthur Lockjack, these fellas living their best life because of close political association. Trinidad and Tobago has never been properly run. There has never been an accounting. There has never been public office holders to make sure that everything was procured properly, transparently, and equitably. There's never been. So there are people out there who walking around thinking, but what wrong with this Alexander man? My father and my mother make me money normal and right. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Nepotism is not right. over budgeting, underpricing, contract kickback, all them things, not right. Friends and financiers benefiting from government contracts that we never needed. We never needed. We create problems in this country to solve them, to make people rich. Give Philip Edward Alexander parliamentary privilege. Give me power, and I don't want to borrow it. I don't want an appointment in the Senate from Kamala. Miss me with that bullshit. Put us there. Put yourself in the parliament. Give Philip Edward Alexander parliamentary privilege, and watch and see how all them information come out in the public space. You see the bullshit the PNM and the UNC display, how Manning and Pandey used to play with one another, and Kamala and Rowley playing one another now. You see that nonsense? That nonsense after done. The people of Trinidad and Tobago actually need to know what's going on in their name. And now that we know for a fact, now that we know with absolute certainty, that the gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago is a product of the construct that passes for government. Black, red and yellow, same thing. Same thing. Look at us tonight. Everybody confused. Everybody scared. The one thing I come in to tell all of you who are taking part in Carnival, I had put out a release. Loop had covered it, that the Ministry of Tourism had an obligation to tell the international community, stay away from Trinidad Carnival. Stay away. We cannot guarantee your safety. They never did it. 6 days later, Asami was dead. They find her body in the savannah in a pile of rubbish. A beautiful little child, dead in the savannah like a dog. We still don't know who killed her, or we know and we can't prosecute them. Like we can't prosecute the fellas who raped and murdered Akil Chambers in Eleanor James' house. Hide the body. Hide the body, you know. Hide Akil body. Bull the boy and kill him. Strangle him to death. And hide the body because your child had a party. Your grown daughter walking around like a mad woman in the country because they just sent her insane. Her birthday party. Murder take place in the family house. You had to hide the body. How did that conversation go? How did that conversation go to hide Akil's body? How did it go? Akil Chambers will never get justice until you put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament, I am telling you. And all of them, every single one, every missing woman that we march for, every abused and killed child that we fight for, that we march for, every one of them will get justice. Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament. Put me there. Put me alone, I will take on the other 40. The bandit clan, that is the red and yellow squad, the front for the contract mafia. Put me there. You want to see the national conversation? You see the national conversation change already. You see it change. All of them trying to talk issues now. All of them trying to talk policies now. All of them trying to make sense now, but still not enough. Put me there. Put me there because I promise you I will make the offices of state work to bring to justice all of those who have taken advantage of public office. Put me there. Put me in that parliament. I will show you what the parliament make for. Put me there. I'm not the rest of these jokers, you know. Put me there and I will show you. I will show you why fellas like Fuad Khan and Bo Tiwari and Col Mimbert and Jack Warner, scared to friggin' death. Stuart Young will shit his pants. Put me in the parliament. He will shit his pants. Trust me when I tell you what they're hiding and getting away with now. Put me in the parliament. I want Michael Kwamina to deal with me in the parliament. I want to get the same privilege that Rowley and Kamala have, that they played hide and seek with, morals and hopscotch with. Put me there. Put me there. I will exhume Patrick Manning and Malcolm Jones, T.N. Ramnath, Calder Hart, Lawrence Dupree, Johnny O'Halloran. Put me there. Put me there. You want to bring it back? You can't just bring it back with fancy lyrics. You have to bring it back with justice. And the people on the ground must see, ah boy, them ain't eating nice. You see this crime thing? Mankind done with that. Because you see that government, then they eating eyes. Them 1% know the justice on time contract dead the day you put me there. Because it is a squandering waste of money. And the government know 6 months they could have built jails. They could have built courts outside the jails for $10 million and save hundreds of millions of dollars. Put me there. Put me there, and an ambulance will be in every police station and every fire station. GPS connected, manned by paramedics, connected to a call center where the call center operator trained to talk to people in an emergency. Put me there. Put me there, and the Ministry of Education will function, not just for prestige schools and the Concordat. Put me there, and the Archbishop and I, Jason Gordon and I will talk. Put me in the parliament. I'm telling you, that's what I born for. That's what I make for. That's what I here for. Put me there. Put me there. Let's stop all the bullshit. Let's start to debate the issues. Put me in the parliament. Let's change the narrative. Let us change the narrative away from bacchanal distraction, deflection, and noise. Let us end the bread and circuses. Let us focus on where the rubber meets the road. Put me in the parliament. Put me in the parliament. You will get this country back. Put me in the parliament. Take night and make day. Put me in the parliament. I bet you Rowley are coming for the ship in Tobago. I bet you Sharon Rowley are coming for land it. Put me in the parliament. And I bet you Carnival are coming for Gopal and the oil contract. Put me in the parliament and Nazem Bash and Rowley to talk. Put me in the parliament.
Things don't turn upside down. Smiling faces becomes a frown. Guns galore, we now live in fear. People no longer seems to care. My heart is filled with pain and agony. I see a man begging for mercy. They rob him and they shoot up his body. I can't take no more. I pray for we safely.
How could you continue? How could you continue to pretend that any of this is normal? How could you continue to pretend that Ada Aboud Polonais tonight get away with literal figurative murder? That she leave her gates up and she tell them people, I going to get them gates for you because I used to whine on Rowley Bamsi, that heifer of a child, Ada Aboud Polonais, bad talking me in tongue. This wash-up wannabe ghetto rat that trying to pretend she is somebody. All of them. I went to school with people who mommy used to come and pick them up in our old Belmont. The dog falling off the freaking car. In 20 years, there's billionaires. How that happen? How that happen? You grew up selling cloth and all of a sudden you build 10,000 HTC house. How did that transition take place? How you win that contract? How did you qualify that tender against people who were actual contractors? How? How does Kamala and Rowley and Manning and Pandey justify dealing with the same criminal Chinese government that only raping and plundering this country? How? Because I tell you, put me there and we will take it to The Hague. We will take it to Geneva. We will be the test case that exposed China's empire expansion plan. To come and take advantage of a tiny dot in the ocean. Karen Charles, sign off, babe, if you can't take me tonight. Tonight, a vex and a serious. A man just tell me you don't need jails at the courthouse outside the jail. You do. Because we can operate technology in Trinidad and Tobago. Put the court in the jail or put it outside the jail. There's only one courtroom you need. It's only one courtroom you need. Put me in the parliament. We will secure this nation's borders. In 6 months, all drug smuggling done. In 6 months, all illegal guns stop coming into the country. Put me in the parliament so we can pick up all the illegal guns on the ground. Put me in the parliament so all them little boys that carrying guns could get jobs, hope and opportunity. Not to go and toll baton for Aboud. Not to go and stuff KFC fries from Christian Mute. Real careers. Real jobs, real hope. Not this madness of a mismanaged, crazy cesspool of a country. This is not what Trinidad was made for. Today I talked to a senior member of Massey. And that man tell me, and we're looking at Cocorite. And the man said to me, they don't want to work. I said, how you could say they don't want to work? They have no choice. There are no jobs. If you were stuck in their position, where is minimum wage hustle or crime, and you had to feed your children, and you hearing people say, but why are you making children if you can't feed them? It's madness in this mad country. Mad insanity. We've never had a real government in Trinidad and Tobago. At least not one that cared about the people. Never. Never. Not one. Keith Rowley doesn't give a shit about you, regardless of your skin color or the texture of your hair. Keith Rowley only cares about himself. And that is why he was able to lie to you, to the nation, to the media. Not one of those son of a bitch in the journalistic fraternity in Trinidad and Tobago. Matt, kiss my ass. Stunting bunch of paid political propaganda spewers. Why you not asking Keith damn freaking Rowley every time you talk to him? Ask him, how come for 30 years you swore oaths that you only had 2 children when you damn well knew you had 4? How come? Because in any other country, that would have been enough to fire his stunting ass. But all you full of shit, all you playing nigger coolie politics. So as long as you could stand up and say, that jackass is my jackass because he looked like me, this is where we are. So jackass A and jackass B is the choices for we. You send an agriculture government into office who ain't grow one stick of body. Kamala come out after telling the nation she went to school bundling body and selling baji. So why you didn't share the land for farmers to grow body and baji? Why you didn't do that Kamala Thomas Bridge when you hit him? You must hit both sides because both sides, the PNM and the UNC, are criminal, cancerous constructs. We do not live in a real country. Not one media operative in this country has the moral authority to guide you. Not one. Even Synergy TV get pulled down. Pulled down. Do what we say, or we will have people whining on TV in the morning instead of your show. And Stefan, why you don't tell them what you were told? Stefan, why don't you tell them that you was threatened with a firing? The same way they make that boy. Was that boy from 102? That they make disappear. I can't remember his name anymore. Dave, what's his name? He has been talking pep business all over Facebook now to his 3 followers. When they bust his throat, he realized how irrelevant he is. All of them who think that they have following. All of them. Can't give you advice, can't give you a plan, can't give you a focus or a purpose. We have no, listen, it's Carnival Thursday. It's Carnival Thursday. People all over town waxing their savannah grass, getting ready for the big wine and the big drunk. Like this is what we're born for. And the entire country failing around us. As Ian Griffith said, 2 days whining on a sinking ship. Whining on a sinking ship. It's sinking around them. To the girls who going in the party and they covering their drink so. They covering their drink so. I ain't want to get nobody and drugging me to thief me, you know. And the man passing and stick them with a little injection needle in the bumsy. All them squats you do, you ain't feeling it anymore. And inject you in your bumsy and stand up 2 feet away. And wait for you to get woozy. And the thing you make you see, what is going on inside here? As you're about to fall, you catch you. Come, babes. Let's go and cool it. Come, babes. Come, honey. You're good. You drink too much, darling. 2 hours later, in a pirogue. What to tell you that you do already know, that you're pretending not to pay attention to. Trinidadians walking around in a daze. I make it through today. I make it through today. We win. It's like a lotto. I make it through today, so I win. Our people are in a depression. We need to be drunk, and Angostura and Carib taking advantage of that. 43,000 little black children in the jail for smoking weed. That big public office holders and the children selling all through town. They catch Stuart Young's stepdaughter sit down on a mountain of drugs. She make bail. Funny how life is. Funny. Funny how life really is. Put Philip Edward Alexander in that parliament. They don't have one issue, not one, that you could think of that you could bring up that we can't comprehensively address? Not one. Not where we gain the money from. They thief out all the money. And I say, that's okay. We will get our own money. We will fix it. We will build it back. We will undo it and redo it. We will go into the insanity that is our justice system and undo that and start it over. New trees will grow. New flowers and fruit will bear. The country that you want to live in is on the outside of one actor. You have just one act. Line your ass up and vote. Just do that. I have a thirst to fix this. I have a thirst to fix it. They have some little, well, I tell you, give me parliamentary privilege. Give me parliamentary privilege. You see, you don't know where your money went. You don't know why your children belly had to swell with air and hunger. You don't know where your piece of this prosperous paradise, who took it and how. They played a game where they put the referee is their man of business, so you can't score. It's like playing a game of Monopoly and everybody get money but you. Roll your dice now. Where you going? Where you going? There are a lot of people that want to link up and make you feel that they have something to offer you. What exactly are they offering you? What are they telling you? What is the plan? What is the direction? We must have a mission. What is the mission? How do you fix it? The Progressive Empowerment Party tells you comprehensively any issue, every issue, all of it. We showed Wednesday on 104.7 for 3 hours. We explained to the nation why the social development ministry should be the super ministry in this country, where the ministries of education, national security, and health comes under that ministry to address the development of all the people and leaves not one citizen behind. Imagine an organization set up with one purpose, to make sure that there are more jobs in this country than people. Imagine fellas like Gregory Aboud having to advertise, come now man, come and sell cloth for we, write your ticket. Imagine having to, I'm telling you, imagine a country where people have so much hope and opportunity that security guard companies close down, crime stop, crime done. Nobody had time with crime. We could build a life and we don't have to go and trade shots with Gary and Salt. We could build a life for ourselves and our family, so we don't have to go and do crime. We outside here talking a crocus bag of ass. I watching people from other political parties who know they're talking shit, who know their party stand for nothing. The UNC, every single one of them in the UNC know that they're a bandit party, but they're an Indian bandit party to answer the African bandit party that is the PNM. But not one political party in this country is the People's Party. Not one political party except the Progressive Empowerment Party. Not one of them will willfully and publicly distance themselves from the contract mafia. If you put Philip Edward Alexander in that parliament, Ada Aboud Polonais will take that gate home. She will take it home. You don't get to do that. If you're putting gates in Bayshore, put gates in Broome Street and La Puerta, because the same Ada Aboud Polonais and she husband and she family know how to take shortcut when Diego Martin and Crystal Stream have traffic. We playing smart with shippiness in this country. You must get it nice. You don't want nobody passing through your community, but you could drive through everybody else's. How you lucky so? How you lucky so? Eh? But you don't have one single politician in this country, not one party, other than the Progressive Empowerment Party, willing to tell you as it is. And I'll tell you something. Give Philip Edward Alexander parliamentary privilege and you will find out what took place in this country in 1990. You will find out who bring the guns for Abu Bakr. You will find out what let it pass, and you will find out why he get off. Why the amnesty was invalid, but you couldn't retry him. This country is a mad country. Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament. You will find out who killed Dana and who killed Selwyn Richardson. And we will bring to justice, even in the memory, the people who killed all of these young children in Trinidad and Tobago. Gun wars. Gun wars. We have gun wars. Stuart Young stunting to say we're going to open a base in Maruga. We are attempting to secure the nation's borders. In 1948, there was something called the Berlin Airlift. Research the Berlin Airlift. The Russians cut Berlin off the world's map. Cut it off completely. The only way you could get supplies was from the sky. And every hour on the hour, a plane took off and landed in West Berlin. If they could have done that in 1948, this is 2019. We have automatic drones and sonar boys. We have radars that could see from Florida to Brazil. You trying to tell me we can't secure this rock in the sea? Come down, man, Stuart Young. Miss me with your bullshit. Miss me with your stunting bullshit. You're lying to the people and you know you're lying. That's the hard part. You know you are a crooked, deceitful son of a bitch, Stuart Young. And you're lying to the people, and that's your legacy. And that's your purpose in life. We're trying to secure the nation's borders. Cuba is 50 times the size of Trinidad and Tobago. Since 1962, nothing in, nothing out. Nothing. You're trying to tell me we can't secure this rock in the sea? Miss me with your bullshit. You needed blimps? No. Blimps was to give $40 million contract. Blimps was to give people money to food. We never wanted to solve crime in Trinidad and Tobago. If we wanted to solve crime in Trinidad and Tobago, we would decriminalize marijuana and free them 40,000 children out of the jail and make space for them white-collar criminals in the Chamber of Commerce. Explain your wealth. Explain your wealth.
Bring it land of the milk and honey. Bring it back, sweet family, the way that it used to be. Like long ago, what was mine was yours too. Bring it back, peace and harmony, my red, white and black country.
And I hearing all the threats. I hearing all. I hearing all the boy Phil, we praying for your boy Phil, we worried for your boy. Gary Aboud gone by my cousin to tell a boy I'm worried for Philip. Don't worry for me, come outside and stand with me, Gary Aboud. You want a better Trinidad and Tobago for fishermen and friends of the sea? Come stand with me. It is time to end the bullshit now.
I see is darkness all over. Stray bullets have running for cover. Shedding tears has become so natural. Humans behaving more like animals. No respect for values anymore. Even the lawmakers breaking the law. Who can we trust? Tell me who to save. Is they undertakers? Dig new graves. Wailing and boarding is the new band launches. New sizes of boxes we measure. Nearly all household you're hearing a morning. Live for a movie in Trinidad. Now show it. Bring it back, sweetie and day. Bring it back.
All them judges from Tuco supposed to make a jail. Every one of them supposed to be in jail tonight. What play, what song they hear better than this? What song they hear better than this song?
Peace and harmony, my red, white and black country.
What song Tuco hear better than this? Eh? This mad-ass country taking public funds to go and sponsor a Balize event called Calypso Mana. Miss me with that bullshit too. I'm telling you something. Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament. Tell them when they give talk, say put him in the parliament and see now. Put him in the parliament and see. You want to see the minimum wage become a living wage? Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament. The country have one choice, one solution, one hope, you know. Put Philip Alexander in the parliament. And anybody who think they could do it better, tell them. I don't care where they want to do it. Let me debate. Come let me debate. Name the subject.
The man and the souls they corrupting. Everything has a price to pay. On a great, great judgment day. Sweetie and day. Land of the milk and honey. Sweet family. The way that it used to be. Like long ago. What was mine was yours. Peace and harmony.
You can't get breadfruit to buy. You can't find avocado. Mexico exporting avocado 1.5 billion US to the States. We can't plant avocado, Clarence Rambarat. We couldn't find avocado seeds to plant Vasant Bharat, the state could plant 1 million trees and at harvest time hire people and pay them $1 a fruit. You couldn't do that, Vasant. You can't do that, Clarence. All you miss me with all your bullshit. All you getting paid from Hadco, Amco, or ADM and the rest of them importers not to grow food for Trinidad and Tobago. The price of food in this country is ridiculous. All you're suffering poor people.
Forgive us, Father, we have sinned. Turn back the sorrow, Lord, I'm pleading. Change the hearts of the wicked ones. Guide and protect all your daughters and sons. Through this perilous times, I know with you on board, blessings will flow. TNT will again arise. Through the sweet, sweet water. Bring it soft, bring it sweet, TNT. Bring it back, nothing milk and honey. Sweet family.
You want to see 500,000 Trinidadians who living outside come back home to build it back? Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament. There is no better person in Trinidad and Tobago. There is not one single politician who has the depth and wealth of knowledge that I have on these issues. And it's not a boast, that is a fact. I do this every single day and I will debate any of them for you to choose. So if you want to do that, tell them. Let's put them all on a stage. Kamla, Rowley, Philip, Abdullah, anybody who think they want to come on board. Let's do it and let the audience ask the questions. 3 hours, 5 hours, 10. I have the stamina and I have the time. Let's fix Trinidad and Tobago. Let's undo and redo it. Let's reboot the republic. Let's get the Trinidad and Tobago we all were always entitled to. Not this madness, not this insanity. Bring everybody on the stage. Anybody. Anthony Senanan. Anybody who think that they could play at this level, bring them. You're supposed to bring them. You should start with 100 people. Qualify them, pre-qualify them. Ask them for their top 20 policies. If you were elected the Prime Minister tomorrow, what is the first 10 things you will do? What could we expect to experience in the first 6 months? Because in the first 6 months of a Progressive Empowerment Party government, if you put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament, besides bringing the sons of bitches to justice, besides shutting down all those unnecessary contracts, besides repurposing all of the fake money being spent on fake contracts to developing the people, you will start to see construction of 200 purpose-built schools for the 200,000 children that flung all over this nation. Time to zone them, time to take off the SCA that is abusing the nation's children and give parents hope and opportunity so that we leave no child behind. A system that recognizes those who are predisposed to schoolwork or to trade work or to science or to art or to sport. It is time. Instead of investing money in bullshit, invest money in your future. Invest money in your children. Invest money in the 200,000 nation's children right now suffering in school. They're trying to make heads or tails of the madness that have them beating up principal in Tunapuna. Where we going? Where we going as a nation? Where? Where we going? Ask yourself, answer the question for me. But bring them on the stage. Let them tell you, in the first 6 months, we will secure this nation's borders and end the drug trade, end the gun trade, end the human trafficking, end it. If you want to come to Trinidad and Tobago, come through the established doors. Come through there, so we don't have ISIS people coming back in and smuggling plans to destabilize the country. In the first 6 months of a Progressive Empowerment Party government, we will employ the service of the United States New York City Police Department on contract to clean up our Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and establish an internal affairs to bring everybody who are corrupt and rogue police from khaki to recruit to justice. Misbehavior in public office will be the #1 crime for all of those in the public sector who have used their term in office to frustrate justice and help people steal. Our mission will be to go after the money, and every single day you will have a website charting the numbers, going up every day. Apps we hold one, apps we catch one. Look, this one bring back the money and begging for mercy. No problem, we give an amnesty. 3 months, bring back all the illegal guns. Do not let them catch you with a gun after that. Every police officer or law enforcement officer that bring in a gun, $1,000 cash, melt the gun. End it. Bring it to a close. Undo and redo. Start to negotiate. Go to Lloyd's of London and say, listen, we are the only tropical island outside of the hurricane belt. We want to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in a yachting industry in Trinidad and Tobago. We're actually going to set up a marine university. Help us fund it. Because if you could bring all those pleasure craft and marine craft that get blown and tossed and destroyed every time a hurricane and a storm pass, you could benefit from putting them right here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we could make money. A cruise ship industry that rings Tobago, not one stupid ass marina. Go and do public sector, private sector, joint ventures with all of the massive companies. Carnival Cruise Line, Pacific Princess, Caribbean Princess, Disney. Bring all of them to Trinidad and Tobago and do joint ventures. Government, private sector, and them. And establish marinas for each and every one of them. You could imagine Tobago during the height of the season, 10, 12, 15 ships in harbor. You can imagine 100,000 people walking in Tobago spending money. $1 billion in the economy in 10 days, like New Orleans is going to get. We're not getting that. New Orleans getting that right now for their Carnival, for their Mardi Gras. Brazil is going to get $1 billion for their mass in Rio. We are not getting that. We've made a mess of everything that we've had. We've had more blessings than any country per capita in the world. Largest brain coral, the pitch lake, the nylon pool. I mean, look at where we located. Jesus Christ, our weather, our temperature, perfect weather. This country could operate 24/7 and don't have a problem. In the United States and Canada, half the country, they just have to go to work in blinding snow. Miss a day now. Miss a day. See if you can get a pink slip in your locker. We could fix this country in such quick time. What is your 6-month plan? What is your 6-month plan? In 6 months, the Progressive Empowerment Party promises you there would be 41 water companies in this country. Each of them connecting to the people in their constituency with responsibility to get water for all within the first 2 years. We'll identify their water sources from rain, dams, retention ponds, lakes, wells, aquifers, desalination. We will make sure 41 of them, so all the water that falls from the sky like magic, we will catch it, we will hold it, we will treat it, and we will distribute it. For the first time in the country's history, every single person will be for the first time able to say, we have water and we taps 24/7. The problem that we will have under a Progressive Empowerment Party government is this. How do you dispose of all them water tank? How do you dispose of all of them water pump? How do you dispose of all that wrought iron that people cutting off their house? How do you throw away all them security guard baton vests that we don't need no more? Where are we putting that? That's your problem. We have plans. We have an idea how to get the nation eating, how to put the people to work, how to make sure all who want a home could have one. That none of our children get left behind by an education system that knows how to monitor each and every child. Imagine that we don't have a system in this country that accounts for the people. That we don't have a system in this country that when you born in Trinidad and Tobago, there is no system that registers your birth and records you and copies the Ministry of Education to let them know at the age of 5 you come in. We don't have a system for that. Where we going? We will digitize and decentralize all of those offices of state renting building in town from Faris Al-Rawi and the family and the rest of them. There are so many people in this country that their mission is to build building and rent a government that government don't need. 90% of what we rent in office space for in town we don't need. Forcing 200,000 people to drive into Port of Spain every morning and drive out in the evening, causing traffic to say we have traffic, to say let we build a rapid rail. We don't need no rapid rail. We need rapid sense. We need to move the offices out of town. Let Doma find somebody else to sell their highly priced cheap cloth to. And I'm very serious about this now. I despise these people, you know. I actually read this man's column and heard his voice talking about the elites. And I'm thinking, look at this stunting son of a bitch now. His father dragged his ass morning, noon, and night trying to sell cloth and on brown paper for you to come and tell yourself you're an elite. Anyway, leave all that other thing. The truth of the matter is, if we want a better country, we have to get up and get it. We can't continue to accept. We can't continue to accept this madness. And the only solution, I am telling you this.
I visited Carnival chamber, witness an orchestra, a band, band, band of only politicians. Well, rated their performance on style, talent and endurance. A band, band, band of parliamentarians. All of things that encourage hate, making good folks discriminate. Bridges replaced by gates.
Nurturing racism,
Prejudice and
tribalism,
multiculturalism, magism from the UNC and the PNM, COPND, political symphony, it's a symphony, the TOP, MSJ, MJ, CND, political symphony, it's a symphony.
You see how this justify income tax? You see how this justify NIS? You see how this justify VAT? You see how all them chamber of commerce and ministers this justify increased fines, increased fees, increased costs? You see how this justify it because it's in the best interest of the country? I want them to hear me coming from a mile away. I want them to get accustomed to the words luxury tax. I want them to understand that every Mercedes-Benz and BMW and Bertram parked in the Trinidad and Tobago Yacht Club will attract an annual luxury tax. Guess why? It's in the best interest of the country. Just like you think NIS and VAT and income tax is in the best interest of the country. It is time that everybody paid the same way that everybody else pays. We need a country that recognizes the salient rights of all our people. Inalienable rights of all our people. We need to put into government a political organization built on one ideology. Like a rising tide raises all boats. Our mission is to bring all of our people to a basic acceptable standard of living, and from there let them get where they need to go. We cannot continue to accept all of this that has been passing, masquerading as leadership. None of it is. I want to debate Rowley and Kamala on their track record. Don't come and make no new promises. Account for your last one. Account for your last promise. Account for what you say. You see, our Progressive Empowerment Party government will reopen Carnival. It may not grow cane, but it could definitely grow guava and breadfruit and avocado and mango to eat and export. It could definitely do that. Progressive Empowerment Party will open Carnival Limited again and put all that land to work. And hear this, let them vex it. See all them strip mall that build Syrian, Indian, Chinese, whoever that get fertile farmland to build mall. I come in to break it down and explain yourself. Because you're rich and you're eating well. Everybody else hungry and suffering, and you're building mall and farmland. Miss me with that bullshit. We need this country. You would never let one person own all the air or let one person own all the water. So why are people cornering the market on food? That is an insanity. When you contrast and compare the cost of living in Trinidad and Tobago with anywhere else in the civilized world, we lose. When you contrast and compare 1 hour's worth of labor in Trinidad and Tobago with anywhere else in the civilized world, we lose. I don't understand, and they have none of these UE economists who can explain to me how we have a dollar that is 1/7 the United States dollar. That doesn't make sense to me. In a nation that could feed itself, clothe itself, we have everything that we need here. All our gas and all our oil we can sell. We don't need to consume 1 cubic centimeter because we could live off of solar power, wind power, thermal power, wave action power. We could live off of that. We could actually be a trendsetter in renewable energy in the world. We could become a plastic-free society. We could grow hemp. We could grow sugarcane and bamboo to make those containers that we import in through Guy and Gordon out of Styrotex and plastic, choking the waterways but paying massive 50 cents for a bag. Come now, man. Stop letting them lead you around like fools. Stop being sheep. You know what they're saying is a fact. You're thinking it too. And you want to ask yourself how to fix it. I'm telling you how to fix it. Make sure you're registered to vote. Get ready to get up and go in the line and vote. Put Philip Edward Alexander in that parliament. We will fix it. I promise you. It is time. It is time. Get ready. Ignore the stunters. Ignore the bullshit. Start to challenge them on their track record. Down in a pep meeting in South. The first time he encountered the progressive empowerment, Tyrone Hernandez, they play. I never see him. I don't know what he looked like. I expected a black man because it's a calypso. It's this kind of short Portuguese, Spanish looking white man. And he sang this 30 years ago. He never met me or the PEP before. And he spent a couple hours amongst the brethren, waiting to come and sing his song. Listen to us talk. Feel the energy that is the Progressive Empowerment Party. Stood up on that stage and said, I am the latest member of the PEP and this song is your song. To be your equal amount, when you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. If it is the time is now that change should come about, just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they can see, vote them out. State your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. No mercy. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain. Get outraged. Get vexed. Get up. Get ready. Terminate their reign. Let's put our country together again. I still ask you, what did those two court judges listen to? What did they hear that they didn't give Adelon Brave Boy, Banjala, the monarchy, for that song? Bring it back. That's one of the best calypsos I have ever heard. A perfect song. If for 30 years you're voting them in, and it's only tears as soon as they win. They give you big words and enslave your souls, promising you roads and giving potholes. This country has the highest standard, the highest rates of heart disease among black men in the Western world. This country, Trinidad and Tobago, black men are dropping dead from heart attack, courtesy KFC, Royal Castle, McDonald's, Burger King, and the rest of the junk food purveyors clogging their arteries. And nobody talking to black men to tell them they're killing you one box at a time. This country has some of the highest rates in the world of diabetes because of our soft drink consumption. Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, SN Jalil, Chubby, Solo, killing all your Gatorade, killing you, Malta, Shandy, killing you, 5 teaspoons, 6 teaspoons, 7 tablespoons of sugar, killing you. Somebody has mental illness. We don't even know how to register or count the number of people in this country battling schizophrenia, bipolar, anxiety disorder, depression. We don't talk about those things, but it's rampant in the country. Just this week, somebody tried to commit suicide. Nobody in government talking about that. We've never had a minister of health, and this current minister of health is one saddle short of a jackass race. He should have been fired before he was hired. That would have been the correct thing to do. We are not addressing the issues that are of critical importance. Our school feeding program should be putting into the boxes food that the children grow. We should get them understanding how food becomes food. We should involve them in the process. We need to get back to being a country that understands that the human beings that we are responsible for, because I say again, this is the only purpose for government is to manage people. Everything is the management of people. Without people, you don't need government. Government's job is to manage the welfare of the people. The well-being of the citizens is the purpose, function, and reason for government. So if government not addressing these issues, how are they government again?
If they are the reason why the economy goes sprout, when you're voting, put them on, put them on. If it is the passing laws that them alone can block, when you're voting, put them on, put them on. If it is the building eyesores, east, west, north, and south, the same way you put them in, put them on. Register and totally state no finger and rescue the country. Put them out with tempo, they happy in play. Let's put our country together again. Put them out with calypso and joyous refrain. Let's put our country together again. If their policy
Is a fallacy,
their bureaucracy,
a catastrophe,
if they cannot cope,
and you see it so.
then your only hope is for them to go. If it is fabrication, these statements that they spout, when you're voting, put them on, put them on. If it is that frustration,
Does make you want to shout.
when you're voting, put them on, put them on.
Before they just use out, thief out, sell out, and takes out. The same way you vote them in.
Put them on. Register and put them on. All of them,
Vote them out.
take no finger and
Vote them out.
them on the system.
Vote them out.
Put them out in Scarborough and in Port of Spain. Let's put our country together
if you are seeing my video and hearing my voice, you are not blocked. If you cannot comment on the live, it is similar to people who have stood next to me, showing me while I'm actually doing a live, showing me my live on their device, and there is no share button and they can't comment. I do not know how that magic works, but I am not responsible for it. And I'm saying to you again, if you could see my page, you're not blocked. Citizens by right, none are we worse, yellow, black or white, food, shelter and clothes, free movement and speech, a garden that grows, and one law for each. One law for each. One law for Howard Chinley and his wife and the Four Roads police station. What became of them 5 charges when she was speeding down the road and get pulled over by a police officer and the child was unrestrained in the car? What's going on there? What's going on there? One law for each. One law for Nazim Bash and AV Oil. One law for each. We must demand it. We must demand it. Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament and we will make that happen.
If it is that injustice is what they always show, when you're voting, vote them wrong. If it is that avarice
is all they seem to know, when you're voting,
vote them wrong.
if it is their politics, it's just a puppy show. When elections day come, all that it was so.
Register and vote them out. If they don't see,
Vote them out.
say no finger and
Vote them out.
show them no mercy. Vote them out with total scum and utter disdain.
Let's put our gun.
Country together again. Vote them out of power.
Terminate the reign.
Let's put our country together again.
I could imagine election people chipping into the voting booth, vote them out. We had to get to there, and all of you all looking on. This is a movement that is building and it is growing. Wednesday on the radio, we had people calling in, choking up in tears. One gentleman start the whole thing. A 70-year-old man from Grandy calling in tears, and he said, and he couldn't talk. He said, boy, I can't believe what I'm hearing. He said, I can't believe I was never voting. He said, I can't believe, I can't wait. The man crying. What you hearing, what you seeing belongs to you. You can't sit on the sideline and wait and see. They said to check and if you plant a male or a female pop-up plant, you know. This is your political future. This is the future of your country. You can't sit on the sideline. Even if there are people in your family that say, I still PNM, I still UNC, leave them to their madness. Stand up in defense of your country. Stand up for a better Trinidad and Tobago. Make sure Philip Edward Alexander is in that parliament. Put me there. You will see the game change. Look, we're changing the game outside here. People is talking Trinidad and Tobago. The PEP is a more effective opposition than the actual opposition. The PEP directing the hands and the actions of the government positively forward. This Progressive Empowerment Party is your party. Everything that we do belongs to you. All the benefits will redound to you. Trinidad and Tobago needs a better version of itself. We've always deserved better. We've always deserved better roads, better sidewalks, better jobs, better opportunities, better treatment from the bank, better service in the hospital. There is nothing of value in this country. There is not one politician or public office holder that you feel that you could say and look at that person and say, I would like to be, I want my children to emulate that. A bunch of bandits and smiling clowns. Our parliament is a circus. Nothing they debate comes out and works for you. A certain nonsense, a certain argument, a certain old talk. We have a legislative agenda that starts with campaign finance reform, referendum, recall. We're coming in with that. That's our opening over. When that happens, you understand. We want to abolish the THA, the RHAs, the current construct of the police service and local government. Replace all of that with a constituency board of supervisors so that each constituency will be responsible for its own functionality, and you will be able to fire people who are not doing their job. No longer must it be a mystery as to who is responsible to clean the drain or spray for mosquito, whose job it is to fix the roads. No longer must the Minister of Works sit down in St. Clair and plan when Point 14 seeing their roads getting paved. That is Point 14 business. Point 14 must deal with their own roads. Toko Manzanella must deal with their own water. We need to get to there. Our plans, our policies say, when you identify a goal, you make it a reality. That's the 3 keys to success, you know. Identify a goal, visualize what is required to achieve that goal, do not deviate. Our plan for Tobago is a simple one. Make sure the price of a brick block and a banana in Tobago is the same as the price of a brick block and a banana in Trinidad. That is an analogy. It means that the cost of living in Tobago and Trinidad must be the same. That everything that we enjoy, they must enjoy as well. Give Tobagonians a chance to vote for their own future. I believe, honestly, that Tobago wants real government. Tobago wants a Ministry of Legal Affairs in Tobago that could deal with the issues of land holding, home ownership, and deeds. Give Tobago a tourism university and agriculture university. Give Tobago that. Give Tobago a cruise ship master plan. Give them that tourism master plan. Give Tobago that. Don't ram sandals down their freaking throat and turn them into bellboys and waiters and waitresses. Give them the chance to open guest house and their own little restaurant to serve 10 people. Give our people hope and opportunity and get out the blasted way. That is supposed to be the function of government, to facilitate the development of the people. Why don't we have that? Why haven't we ever had that? I didn't want to be in politics. I said today on the phone, you know, you keep describing me as a politician and I don't see myself as one. I never wanted to be one. I know more political jokes than lawyer jokes. That's the truth. We don't have a good country. We've never had a good country. It's been destroyed by the politicians, the PNM and the UNC. Basdeo Pandey can't count for his track record. He can't. Patrick Manning neither. These people had opportunities. I'm going to tell you something. What the Progressive Empowerment Party going to do in 5 years? When you see what real government is, when you see what real leadership is, when you see the value of your money increases, the price of food decreases, your chances of owning a home and opportunities for your children to develop themselves, when you see those things all around you manifesting themselves like reality, when you see an organization set up to go into Morva, Beetham, Laventille and Sealots and redevelop those communities in the best interest of the people who live in there and the country as a whole, when you start to feel like you could leave your front door open and your key in your car and nobody interfering with that, you know next election that come, we ain't campaigning. We're not campaigning. We there. Vote for who you want to vote for. Because if you see, and I said on the radio on Wednesday, if they tell you that this is what we promise you, and this is the plan to deliver it to you, if at the end of the 5 years term in office, we've not delivered it, don't vote for us. It's as simple as that. But the difference between the Progressive Empowerment Party and the PNM and the UNC is we're giving you a contract with Trinidad and Tobago, showing timelines, showing measurable metrics. When we tell you that we are going to change the school system, the public health system, the way budgeting is done and read, the budget is read in 3 hours now. The budget, at my most conservative estimate, the budget should take a week. The budget should take a week so that each constituency could have its say in the parliament through its representative. The people of Toko should know that the member of parliament for Toko Manzanella will be speaking on Tuesday at 5. So that they could sit down and tune in and listen to the man or woman that they send there to represent them. That's what the budget is for. To hear, this is what has been approved for Toko Manzanella for fiscal 2019-2020. These bridges, these roads, these community centers, this development in public health, this development in education, this development in security, this development in infrastructure, job creation. That's how you run a country. This country has never been run. And you, now that you have this knowledge, ask them, why? Why? Why Pandey? Why? Why Kamala? Why? Why Rowley? Why? Why? Ask Marlene. All them little suffering people in Sealots and Beetham should be asking Marlene, why? Why are we still stuck combing through the labas, looking for something to live on? Put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament and we will move the city dump from the entrance to the city. If anything is an indictment against the PNM and the UNC, it is the fact that the city dump is the entrance to the capital of Trinidad and Tobago. It is time to undo and redo everything to the benefit of all the people, even our haters. I tell you, at the end of 5 years, people who curse in my name will kiss my feet. Not that I want kisses on my feet, you know. But when people could see that they reach in the hospital with Nanny and Tanti and Mammy, and they get treated with courtesy and dignity and professionalism, and they don't have to dead in childbirth, oh my God, I'm telling you, I have a sister who was PNM, was everything, and end up in public health, and end up in a private hospital. She's ashamed to talk. She's ashamed to talk now. Her heart broken. All of the ideas that this is what was government before, she realized now that you're actually voting your own undoing, you're voting your own demise. All of you who are hearing me speak, this is not about me. This is a we thing. We all have to get together and do this. The Progressive Empowerment Party wants no money from the 1%. We want not 1 cent from the contract mafia. We having pep markets and barbecues. We had a very successful pep market, and we're having one on the 30th of March, the 27th of April, and the 1st of June. Book your space. Come and make some money. And it is a way for PEP members and others to come and make some money, those who are unemployed. Yeah? Get involved. Come and get involved. Reach out to Felicia Holder. She's the chairman. Reach out to Sean Sunarain. He's the deputy chairman. Reach out to Sharon Wilson. She's the party organizer. Lima McLeod Wilkinson, deputy political leader. Anthony Defoe, deputy political leader. Christoph Samlal, head of the youth arm. Keisha Lewis, head of the women's arm. Reach out to Anri Dulal. She's the party's chief research officer. Satish Ramsaran, he's the everything man. Reach out to the team. Reach out inside this party and get involved. Michelle Davis is she's the head of the South Hub. Akil Camps is the head of the North. North is going to be launched 23rd of March. We're just waiting for Carnival to done, you know. The distraction of Carnival, we're just waiting for that to done. 6 weeks after, we already have the property in Tampuna Road, Arima. Thank you, Bennett Thomas. We are opening the 6 weeks after the 23rd of March, we're opening in Arima, the East Hub. We're still negotiating Tobago and Central. North, East, Central, South, Tobago, the Progressive Empowerment Party, boots on the ground. All those who talking, it's easy to sit down. That easy to do. That easy to do. That easy to do. To actually come out and host in 2 years over 100 weekend meetings. That takes sacrifice, commitment, love. You have content. I watching a partner, Philip Franco, he all over Facebook trying to get people to come home by him. He's a nice and decent guy, frustrated with politics. He and I used to walk around the savannah and talk politics. And he's frustrated and he wants people to come by him and listen. He's not understanding why they're not coming. Because you need something to get the people out of their house. The Progressive Empowerment Party has that. Come and be a part of this. Our doors open to everybody. Those who've come, those who left, those who coming back. If you, they came to me outside the Pep Market to invite me to join with all these other small parties. I said, listen, the Progressive Empowerment Party is a train that has left the station. You can get on board, but we're not joining with nobody else. We have strong nation-building policies. We have timelines. We don't have no time to waste negotiating with nobody. A man tell me, well, it's all about winning. I say, no, sir. It's not all about winning. It's about governance. If along the way, we do not impress people that we are the best option for governance in this country, then we will lose. God have a master plan for all of we, And if it is his plan that the Progressive Empowerment Party be government, there is nothing nobody can do to stop it. And if it is not his plan, there is nothing I or anybody else can do to make it happen. And I'm very well aware of that. So we put in our all. We are committed. We are on the ground and we're working. Today, while I'm talking this with you, Michelle Davis and crew had a walkabout in South. Akil Camps organizing for Saturday. If you want to be a part of the North Hub, reach out to Akil and crew. It is time. We need your help. We need your financial support. And trust me, if it's $10, that $10 going a long way. Help us. Help us do this. We are the most transparent, public, outspoken, approachable, reachable party. You ever see the political leader of any party go on every radio show and just tell them, open the phone lines? All of them scared. All of them afraid. They don't know what people will call in and say. But at this stage of the game, if you can't trust the people you want to represent, why are you in the game? We want a political party to get in the government that could so fix this country that you don't need police parting people with outriders in this little 2x4 land. We need a country that works in the best interest of everybody. We need to go and find all those children who didn't make it in our failed education system and give them a chance to bring them back into functionality. We call it the Second Chance Foundation. We want an elders council and an activist council. We have a plan for everything. If you want a better Trinidad and Tobago, join us. Those of you, if I don't do another live video between now and Carnival, those of you involving yourself in Carnival, let's talk some basic things here. No jewelry. If you need jewelry, go and buy fake jewelry so the thief it, they ain't get too much. Walk with just enough money that you need for the day and an extra $100 stick up somewhere in case you need to flag down a taxi and go home. Keep yourself together with who you went with. Park in well-lit areas and don't get sidetracked. Not everybody who take a wine on you deserve a wine back. You ever hear the song A Vagrant Fool, man? Be careful, Juve morning. Do not take drinks from strangers. Have a buddy system. Make sure that everybody that you're moving with is accounting for somebody else. So even if you do get drugged, they're looking for you. Because nobody must think, well, she went off with Charlie, I see them lining. Don't play that shit. Because you could end up bound, gagged, and tasting seawater. This is real and true. We're living in a country where women have gone missing and nobody could account for them. Don't let that be your story. It is fun. We just rescued 16 other Venezuelan girls being raped repeatedly in Trinidad and Tobago. Do not take your safety for granted. Do not get so intoxicated that you lose control of your senses. Do not. Again, if you do not feel safe, get yourself to a place where you could get yourself home. Make sure you have your phone, or you understand where you are. Keep your senses about you because it could end bad. Fellas, all you know, we just drink 5 cents rum and get 10 cents drunk and want to play. Man mash my foot are standing up for them. This is not the time to play them games. If a man mash your foot, tell him that is not a proper mash. Give him the next foot to mash. It is better you reach home safe with your face swell up or you ain't get stabbed up and you're in casualty. You don't want to be in casualty in any hospital for Carnival. You don't want to end up there. Trust me. I sat down in casualty once with a young lady who collapsed in a van, and I took her to casualty and sit down next to a man holding his hand onto his arm because they chop him across by the wrist. It's never fun. Casualty for Carnival is not a good fit. So you don't want that. Also, don't start the fight and end up saying no in a police station, because no magistrate has seen you before Thursday. Trust me on that. Not the Mash Wednesday, because them and all going to cool down. So be cool. Be aware. Have your fun. Make sure you get home to your family. Yeah? Don't be a victim of Carnival. If wildness and bacchanal happening, so go so. Your mother and your father tell you all of this already, so you know. Don't be brave and stupid. Yeah? Because plenty of people has end up victims of their hubris. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Trinidad and Tobago, it is nothing but love and respect for this country that makes us do what we do. I love Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to live anywhere. And I have a vision for my life. If Trinidad don't work, I want to go and live in Barcelona. Because I love the market. We want to build 41 versions of the Barcelona market in Trinidad. Barcelona market is a place that you could go and you could buy all the ingredients for your breakfast and go home and make your breakfast, or they're cooking for you right there. And sit down and what you see. We need a better Trinidad and Tobago. We want that for ourselves. Help us work towards that. If you want a better country, come and join the conversation. If people tell you don't agree with us, come and check for yourself. There is something infectious about the Progressive Empowerment Party that the moment you expose yourself to that family vibe, you have no choice but to join, you know. It becomes the thing that you never knew you always needed. We want a better country. That is the reason we associate. Make yourself part of that. Wake up, stand up. Let's get ready for a better Trinidad and Tobago. Until we speak again, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.